Brett and Claire, two South Africans that quit our jobs in 2018 to pursue a more fulfilling life of travel. For the last 4 years, we've been traveling and working online from various epic destinations in the world. Bali, Cape Town, Vietnam, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, and now we've come to Mexico City. It's the year 2023. More and more people have been working from home and have figured out that as long as they have a laptop and Wi-Fi, they can work from basically anywhere in the world. Mexico City has definitely grown in popularity as one of those places to work from. Affordable cost of living, great food, fast Wi-Fi, a free 6-month visa on arrival, and friendly locals are some of the pulls. We're here to show you a more in-depth day in the life of a remote worker while covering the following categories. So with no further ado, welcome to Mexico City! Today we're going to check out the digital nomad hotspot area.
We're heading to Roma Norte, which is supposed to be one of the more trendy places here in the city. We're currently living actually in the historic center, so there's not a lot of like cafes and things around here. There's a lot of restaurants, but we're gonna take a quick Uber ride. It's about 5 minutes across to Roma Norte, so let's go check it out.
Roma Norte is known as the leafy suburb. It's full of expats and digital nomads, it's quiet, it's perfectly safe, and it's a great area to live in. A one-bedroom apartment here generally costs around $800 to $950 USD a month on Airbnb.
Okay, so we've made it to Fountain de Cibles. This place is really cool. Underneath these jacaranda trees, kind of feels a lot like home. And there's a whole bunch of people just sitting on these tables under the trees, just chilling, doing some reading and work. We are kind of in the center of the Roma neighborhood, known as the leafy neighborhood. You can kind of see why. There are tons of trees and birds. From here, there's a whole bunch of cafes. Let's go to Cafe Curado. Beautiful, colorful buildings, beautiful green trees, and birds chirping. They take their coffee very seriously here. They made it, I think, using the Chemex method, but it's pretty elaborate. They just bring you the bean to smell. They tell you where it's from.
So far I haven't had a good cup of coffee in Mexico City yet, so this smells good.
I think she's gonna buzz. So one of the first things, obviously, when we get to the cafe is we check the internet speed and how easy it is to connect. On this one there's a Wi-Fi code on the menu, which is super easy. You don't have to even ask anyone. Connected, and the speed is 60 down and 60 up, which is wonderful. Anything above 50 and we are super happy. And more importantly, the upload speed has to be pretty good. So anything below 10 is a little bit too slow for us since we need to upload YouTube videos. The next thing is plugs. This one obviously has the US plug point thing, so if you are from anywhere outside of the USA, you need to bring a converter. And then with the plugs, are they in abundance or are they kind of hard? Do you need an extension cord? All of that's kind of a pain. So this one is awesome. The plugs are on the desk. Some cafes have the plugs like embedded into the desk, which is super fancy, but this is great. This one has plugs all around us, so that covers that.
We just ordered chilaquiles, I think it's called. I read a digital nomad cafe blog post and they said to order this at this specific cafe. It's pretty expensive, but it looks yummy.
The cafe is a little expensive, but you do need to keep in mind that the coffee might be at a premium, but we do pay premium because we're getting a place to work. Yep. We're getting internet, electricity, and yeah, just a vibe. See.
We just finished up at our first digital nomad cafe and we're on our way to a second cafe. We'll put a list of the top 10 Mexico City cafes for digital nomads on the screen now, according to a blog article we found. There's apparently so many cafes all over the city with great internet and workspaces, especially here in this area, Roma Norte.
Big storm on the road.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's also some co-working spaces all over Mexico, not just Mexico City, and we'll put a link to the company on the screen now.
So we're heading to Forte Cafe. I really love this neighborhood. Very quaint.
It's cool.
Definitely lots of charming little cafes in this area. Woo! This storm is about to hit us.
Okay, is this New York City now? With the outside restaurants and seatings?
And loud cars. I really love a city that has those bike stations where you can just use the app, scan the barcode, and boom, unlocks a bicycle for you to ride around in the city. Alright, let's discuss the next category, which is the cost of things. So currently in Roma, you can expect to pay around 40 to 65 pesos for an Americano coffee. Because it is a more digital nomad slash expat area, you can expect the prices to be quite a bit higher than, say, for example, the historical sector where we are staying, which is definitely a lot cheaper for food, accommodation, and drinks.
You will be tempted to stay in the area of Roma because it's very much a place that caters to digital nomads, but you will pay a lot more. So maybe look at areas like the historical district. We're staying in a hotel called La Flamencos, and the internet there is banging.
Yeah, internet all over Mexico City so far that we've been to seems to be perfect.
Yeah, so don't be scared to stay out of Roma.
If you do choose to stay outside, you can just grab a short, like 15-minute ride in the Uber, which is around 80 pesos. So really affordable, that's like $5-6 to get to Roma.
Oh yes, something so important to mention is the SIM cards. When we landed in the airport, we got SIM cards straight away. They're $10 each, unlimited data for 30 days. That is insane. I've never seen data that cheap before. In the US, we paid nearly 10 times more for the same kind of thing. And the signal is great. SIM cards are super fast here, 4G, brilliant.
Been loving the need to not use cash, credit card, Apple Pay works perfectly fine here. Comfort is one of those things that we look for as a digital nomad, and that one was definitely not the greatest in terms of a comfortable working situation. The tables were really low, the chairs were slanting at an angle.
It was on that list that we previously mentioned, so just take that one off. Unless you are a digital nomad that doesn't actually need like a very comfortable place, you just need a place for your laptop, then I think it's fine. But we need to plug in, we sit for hours, we need to edit, we've got hard drives in, so we have to be very still and comfortable. Exactly,
we need a bit more space, a nice comfy chair, and that one didn't have that, so moving on to something different.
Okay, the last few days here in Mexico City, it's been very hard to communicate. Basically everyone that we've met only speaks Spanish, and we grew up in South Africa, so we don't learn Spanish at all. We only know the basics. So yeah, it's been very difficult to communicate with people here. But then in Roma, everyone speaks English. It's crazy.
Because it's more of an expat trendy area, there's a lot more people that can speak English, which is a lot easier when it comes to navigating the menus and ordering. Very handy, very, very handy. Alright, next stop is a nice food market.
Oh, brewery.
200 more meters on the right.
What a vibe being here.
If you look back a few vlogs, Clary was literally shit scared to go outside. I was like, come on man, you need to get boots on the ground. You need to get a feel for the vibe of the city. And as soon as we took that first walk up the street near our hotel, we were like, wow, okay, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Now I love it. Okay, let's talk vibes. We've been walking all around Roma and the vibe here is so cool. So many expats, so many digital nomads sitting with their laptops, and awesome like cafes, restaurants and bars with music pumping, super busy. So after a day at work, You can roam the streets and find a cool bar and have a cocktail and some food and some tacos. It's fun.
Here we are, I think. This is exactly like Mojo Market.
Yes, just thinking that.
Mojo.
Corona. Ok, claro. ¿Serían dos? Uno. Ok, claro que sí.
Gracias. See how it is. Lots of Spanish. No habla español. Thank you.
When in Mexico, get some tacos. These are pork spicy tacos. And I got a mango margarita, frozen. He asked me frozen or on the rocks. I said frozen. And then Red got a Corona. Like, there's just so much Mexico going on right now. Tacos were 85 for 3 tacos. Cocktail was 125. Pretty pricey. And then how much was your Corona?
Don't know. I don't know yet.
Red just swiped for the Corona. We don't know how much that is. Let's dig in.
Yeah, that looks stacked full of meat. Overall, highly recommend this place.
Okay, let's talk transportation. We all want to know how we get around in Mexico City. The most common way is definitely Uber. It's so affordable here, not expensive at all. There is the subway, metro that you can use if you're here for an extended period of time. We personally haven't used it yet, but it's quite comprehensive and it covers most of the city and it's really affordable. So if you are staying here, definitely check that out. And then besides those two, walking is totally okay. It's a very walkable city. A lot of the things are close together, so you're looking at like a 10-minute walk between places. Here in Roma and also in the historic district, we've been walking a ton and that's basically how we've been getting around. And then the occasional Uber as well. This Uber ride from Roma back to our hotel in the historic district is 100 pesos, but that's peak hour and it's raining, so it's sometimes cheaper than that. Just finished up at the market. There's no shortage of good vibes here in Mexico City. Of course, it's home to tequila, mojitos and margaritas, so of course it's gonna be a fun place. Before the end of the day, we quickly stopped at the local Oxo Mart and grabbed a few drinks and probiotics for around $5. We then headed home to shower up, order dinner from our hotel's restaurants, and do some work at the awesome Workspace there as well. It's here at our hotel where we spend most of our time working. If you haven't seen our previous video, we're staying at Hotel Flamencos. The Wi-Fi is so good here, the Workspace is awesome as well, and it's close to the historical district where all the tourist attractions are.
That's it.
Thank you.
All showered up. We are home. We are working at our favorite place in this hotel, and we ordered some dinner from the restaurant below, which was 150 pesos for 2 soups and a whole bunch of bread, and it's fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us on this day in Mexico City, and especially looking at it from a nomad's perspective. Hope we could provide some information for you guys if you are interested in coming here.
If you have any questions about digital nomading here in Mexico or any questions about Mexico City, comment them down below. We'll be happy to help. We hope you found this video enlightening, especially from a digital nomad's perspective. Join us in the next video where we share a review of our 12-hour bus ride to Puerto Vallarta.